I'd love to hear an example of like from soup to nut, like the whole integrated process. Can you share an example of, a client that you've worked with to go through this entire process the right way, and then the risk that you're avoiding by going through that process?
Sure. I can't share their name. They'll know who they are.
Obviously.
But we have a great client that engaged us early on in their process for battery energy storage, and they worked hand in hand with us and really trusted us to help make decisions with them. We were able to help them acquire their assets across the country, and after they acquired the assets, when they ordered their title commitment policies, they also ordered their mineral title at the same time, and we knocked all of that out. They were able to make quick decisions based on what they were seeing, and they were able to redirect where they needed to. So these folks are moving at warp lightning speed, and they're doing it successfully. And they're uh, because they're using basic simple land practices, and they're working with us on it.
Yeah, they've adopted that into their process. So, you know,
100%.
they do their mineral work, they order their title commitment, they look at the title commitment of the surface and the exposure on the mineral estate. They then do by that process, they're able to quickly eliminate things that are going to take time and put that on the back burner and then really focus their efforts on, okay, what's the path of least resistance? What is more probable to get, the waiver secured so that I can get to underwriting? And then they focus their efforts on that. It's an efficient turnaround. They can reduce the timeline on these projects sometimes by years because you're not having to deal with an operator that's not incentivized to help you, or to cooperate with you, or a mineral estate that wants, $1,000 an acre to waive their surface rights. And then you're at a point where you just have to continue to put good money at a bad cause, to try to get to the path, to the end. So Natalie touched on it. You order your mineral title. When you do your title commitment, that comes in. The next step is obviously you've got the waiver work that we've hit on a lot, but there's other curative. In oil and gas, it's referred to as curative, right? We get a title opinion from attorney, and it's going to outline defects in that title. There's always something. Somebody's name was spelled one way in one document and another way in another, or there's a surface tenant out there that they've got a grazing lease, affecting the property. You've got to go negate that. You've got to negotiate that out. You've got to address those things. Maybe a use and possession, like where there's maybe some uncertainty as to a boundary line, or inconsistent legal descriptions from conveyance to get conveyance. Those are all things that don't get a lot of attention, but are absolutely essential. They're part of that process. Those are the things that landmen do every day. So, you can expect your land group, whoever you're working with, whether it's Dudley or any other reputable group out there, those are things you can lean on the landman to do. They're going to be able to help you with your other curative items in that commitment to, again, clean up your title, give you marketable title, and allow you to move forward with your underwriting. So your land team is going to be doing that work. For us, with an integrated title insurance group with Dudley, we're then able to work hand in hand. That's all happening under one roof. We're looking at all that curative work that's being done, on the Dudley side, the waiver work that's done on the Dudley side. And we're working directly with the underwriters to help articulate and convey that, hey, we've de-risked this project. We've secured 80% of the waivers, on this. And really be able to pitch your case and say, hey, I know you want 100% mineral title coverage on this, but we've got 85, and here's why we think that de-risks this project. You have to be able to present a lot of information and be able to have an organized and valid case for working with that underwriter to agree to say, yeah, okay, you know what? I feel confident enough to insure this project. And that's what Dudley Select Title is all about. It's about streamlining that process. It's about being the conduit between you as a developer and the underwriter as the person that's ultimately signing off on the insurability of your project. Those are all places that a landman is going to fit in. It's all places that a good insurance group is going to help and guide you and support you through. And in oil and gas producing states like Texas, like the states all through the Northeast, the Midwest has a tremendous amount of oil and gas development that people don't realize. The Rockies, All these places in New Mexico, are going to have that kind of exposure, and you better get ahead of it early. So
Yeah.
that's some of the things you need to be looking for, whether it's Dudley or any other group that you're working with. They need to be able to help you and support you along the way. And the more informed and the more institutional knowledge they can gather in working through your project, the better. If they helped with the cursory title on the surface, they're going to gain a little bit of knowledge. And if they're doing the mineral work, they're going to gain more knowledge. And if they're helping you with the curative, they're going to gain even more knowledge. So you can take advantage of that knowledge that they've gained or that your group has gained throughout that effort to just be more efficient and make more informed decisions.